Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Do you know that 1 in 5 young people from age 13 until 18 has or will develop a mental illness in their lifetime? Youth depression rates have risen from 5% to 8% since 2012. Depression symptoms can impact performance in school and interfere with personal relationships. Many factors contribute to the development of a mental health condition, including life experiences such as trauma or a history of abuse, biological factors, and family history of mental illness. I am Nur Rabi'ah Oktaviani from Class B 2019, and I am going to talk about the youth and mental health. I am also going to talk about the causes, the signs if your mental is ill, and how to keep your mental health. So let's move on to the presentation. So, what is mental health itself? Mental health is the foundation for the well-being and effective functioning of individuals. It is more than the absence of a mental disorder. It is the ability to think, learn, and understand one's emotions and the reaction of others. Mental health is a state of balance, both with the environment. Physical, psychological, social, cultural, spiritual, and other interrelated factors participate in producing this balance. There are inseparable links between mental and physical health. More than 100 million people suffer from mental health disorder in the Western Pacific region. Depressive disorders alone are responsible for 5% of the disease burden in here. And of course, you are curious about the causes of mental illness, right? So, here are the causes. The cause of this mental illness arises from many factors. It can be due to stress, depression, due to experiencing deep mental stress, or traumatic loss of something and someone. Inner pressure due to the environment or parents, lack of attention or affection, and many more. The causes of mental illness are divided into two factors. First factor is biological factors. It consists of interference with nerve cell function in the brain, infections, congenital abnormalities or injury to the brain damage from collisions or accidents, lack of oxygen to the baby's brain during childbirth, have parents or families with mental disorders, long-term abuse of drugs, and nutritional deficiencies. Second is psychological factors, such as traumatic events such as violence and sexual harassment, losing a parent or being neglected in childhood, less able to get along with other people, divorce or death by spouse, feelings of inferiority complex, inadequacy, anger, or loneliness. In addition to the psychological factors mentioned above, the World Health Organization states that being in a pandemic situation, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, can also be a stressor that then makes people more vulnerable to mental disorder. Stress can come from fear and worry about health, finances, or work, which many have been affected by the pandemic. So, how do you know that your mental is ill? The first is often feel sad and hopeless. Often feeling sad and hopeless, such as isolating yourself for more than 2 weeks. Be careful if you are actually mentally disturbed. Number 2, desires to suicide. If you have the desire or intention to commit suicide, you may have a mental disorder. Number 3, cannot control yourself, like angry and screaming hysterically just because of small things and often doing risky actions. I will give you some ways to keep our mental health. The first is value ourselves. treat ourselves with kindness and respect, and avoid self-criticisms. Make time for our hobbies and favorite projects, or broaden your horizons. Do a daily crossword puzzle, plant a garden, take dance lessons, learn to play an instrument, or become fluent in another language. Number 2, talk about our feelings. Talking about your feelings can help you stay in good mental health and deal with times when you feel troubled. Talking about your feeling isn't a sign of weakness. It's a part of taking charge of your well-being and doing what you can to stay healthy. Talking can be a way to cope with a problem you've been carrying around in your head for a while. Feeling listened to can help you feel more supported. And it works both ways. If you open up, it might encourage others to do the same. It's not always easy to describe how you are feeling. If you can think of one word, use lots. What does it feel like inside your head? What does it make you feel like doing? You don't need to sit your loved ones down for a big conversation about your well-being. Many people feel more comfortable when these conversations develop naturally. Maybe when you are doing something together. If it feels awkward at first, give it time, make talking about your feeling something that you do. Number 3, keep active. Regular exercise can boost your self-esteem and can help you concentrate, sleep, and look and feel better. Exercise keeps the brain and your other vital organs healthy, and is also a significant benefit towards improving your mental health. Exercising doesn't just mean doing sport or going to the gym. Walks in the park, gardening, or housework can also keep you active. Experts say that the most people should do about 30 minutes exercise at least 5 days a week. Try to make physical activity that you enjoy a part of your day. So, here is the end of the presentation. Thank you. Alright, so we can conclude that in this presentation, mental health is very important for our life. Mental health and stability is a very important factors in a person's everyday life. The human brain develops many skills at an early age, including social skills, behavioral skills, and one's way of thinking. Learning how to interact with others and how to focus on certain subjects are essential lessons to learn at a young age. This starts from the time we can talk all the way to when we are so old that we can barely walk. However, there are people in society who have difficulties with these skills and behave differently. A mental illness consists of a wide range of conditions that affects a person's mood, thinking, and behavior. About 26% of people in the United States, aged 18 and older, have been diagnosed with some kind of mental disorder. However, not much is said about children with mental illnesses, even though many develop one, even as early as age 3. Mental and physical health are equally important components of overall health. I got a quote from Lori Deschênes to close our presentation. She said that you don't have to be positive all the time. It's perfectly okay to feel sad, angry, annoyed, frustrated, scared, and anxious. Having feelings doesn't make you a negative person. It makes you human. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.